This is the Xiaomi 17 Ultra Leica edition. Everything about this just kind of screams, I'm really trying to buy a camera, and then the rest of the smartphone is kind of secondary to that. And it starts all the way from the unboxing. So from the jump, they make it very clear that this is a Leica edition with their heavy use of that logo. You get the phone in the box, of course, but just to lean all the way into the camera feel, you also get this custom case with MagSafe magnets built in, which also has a Leica logo on it. And you will also get an aluminum lens cap that works with this case, which obviously also says Leica even bigger on it. And it comes with this really soft, extremely high quality microfiber cleaning cloth for keeping those lenses clean, and a wrist strap that can attach to the corner of the case like a camera lanyard. This accessories package alone probably costs $50-$60 just based on how nice they are. The buttons are super clicky, and I kind of love the circular volume buttons with the plus and minus on them, kind of a throwback to like the 2010s with the iPhone 4 days. The big camera plateau sits in a circle surrounded by a metal ring with more texture for grip, and that ring actually moves. I wouldn't crown it necessarily the absolute best set of smartphone cameras, like quality-wise. It's still really good. It's very high up there. It's got reliable, quick autofocus. That big sensor gives you a lot of detail and a nice shallow depth of field. Images look great. It still does the classic Xiaomi brightening of skin tones, but that's not shocking at this point either. So the ultra wide, like I mentioned, is actually very wide. It's a 14mm equivalent, and it's actually decent quality, which makes it very usable, so that's really good. The variable zoom is pretty smooth and actually works. It's a 75 to 100mm zoom, which means you can punch in with the full 200 megapixels before doing any cropping, which makes it that much more powerful of a zoom. So there's standard photos where you can switch between Leica Vibrant or Leica Authentic profiles. I mostly stick with Vibrant because it looks good, but when I do want a little more character, you can swipe over to Leica Essential mode. So the M9 is locked in daylight white balance and obviously is more contrasty and has a different color profile. M3 is monochrome. It also has a nice grain to it, and there's a ton of other camera modes. Also, 1920 by 1080 video at 1920 FPS. And so then there's the ring around the camera on the back of this phone. Twisting this ring really quick will actually act as a camera shortcut for opening the camera. And then once it's open, you can zoom in and out while taking photos in the normal camera mode by just turning the ring. In video mode, the ring is actually mapped to adjusting exposure value by default. And then the customization keeps going because you can go into the camera ring settings and there's a whole menu that lets you choose what the ring does in every single camera mode and how sensitive it is.
I've never used a phone that can handle exposure as well as this Xiaomi 17 Ultra.
Is basically a tiny light collector that turns light into electrons. The brighter your subject, the more electrons. But there's a limit, the full well capacity of your pixels. I'll just take a quick shot on the iPhone first. Can you see how, compared to that last shot, a lot more of the detail in the fire is still visible, which is not a complete surprise.
Second unique thing going on with the 17 Ultra is with this camera. This lens on this camera actually physically moves, which means that throughout the whole range between 3.2 times and 4.3 times zoom, you can use this camera at its full 200 megapixel resolution with 0 digital zoom.
If you found these tech comparisons helpful, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit subscribe so you never miss our future tactics discussions. Tapping that notification bell also keeps you in the loop.